So you're thinking about moving to Costa Mesa, California. And you may be wondering, well, first of all, you may be wondering, is Costa Mesa, the right city for
What
me?
is Costa Mesa?
Well, yes, you may be wondering that, but then you may be thinking, okay, Costa Mesa is where I want to be, but there's different neighborhoods, so what part of Costa Mesa? So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to get out the map, we're going to explain what are the different areas of Costa Mesa, how are they different, we're going to talk about things that you're going to like, and most importantly, we're going to talk about things that you're going to hate. So you're going to be able, snip it out and get it out.
Get it out of there.
Yeah, you don't like it because, something that we say. So it's good to know what you don't like. That's almost more important than what you do like.
The more you know.
The more you know. So stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sean Dezahd.
And I'm Courtney Dezahd, and we're with Keller Realty right here in Orange County, California. And if this is your first time to the channel, don't forget to press on subscribe because we talk all about what it's like to live in Orange County.
We just talk a lot.
We do talk a lot.
But it's about Orange County.
It's about Orange County. And we talk about bad things as well as good things. So we try to make it real because, Orange County isn't for everybody. So you may not want to come here. But anyways, don't forget to press subscribe and don't forget to press the bell so that you're notified every time that we upload a new video because we upload new videos every week.
Yeah, and if you're watching this and you're probably thinking, wow, Sean, I love Orange County. I just love the weather. I just want to move out there now, but I don't know what to do because I'm totally out of the area. And I totally get that. That's why you want to reach out to us. And that way we can be your eyes and ears on the ground. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back. So here we are. We are in Orange County.
Orange County. And for Orange County, let's celebrate the occasion by having an orange graphic. So right there.
Orange County. The orange jewel by the sea.
This is the orange curtain from which we live.
That's true. We are within
we
the
cower
orange...
behind the orange curtain.
We do, actually.
So
anything beyond the orange curtain, I'm not going there.
Yes.
But anyways.
Having said all that.
Yeah, we're not even talking about Orange County technically right now. We're talking about Costa Mesa, which I would consider central Orange County, right? That's how I would label it. And it's you gotta, zoom in. There you go. There's
Costa Mesa right there.
So click on it, show.
So yeah, let's kind of get a little graphic going on here. So Costa Mesa is right here. So as you can see, super close to the coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it neighbors Huntington Beach. Primarily Newport Beach, and then Huntington Beach as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're super close. Arguably, as we talk about, Newport Beach has the best weather. Like Newport Beach, Laguna Beach.
Yeah,
all the coastal cities.
All the coastal cities along Southern California.
Yes.
They're all the same.
You can't really go wrong.
Yeah.
So, best weather in the world. I'll take that. I'll die on that hill basically. However, having said that, Costa Mesa actually might be ever so slightly better.
Yes.
Because in June, we get June gloom. We get this marine layer that rolls in and, God forbid, we have a little bit of overcast.
It's like fog. It's not. It's more like fog.
Yeah, and it can be a little bit chilly. It's actually kind of surprising. Because people think that summer it's all hot.
Mm-hmm.
It does, and a lot of times it does burn off as the day progresses.
But in June, it's actually usually pretty cold.
It can stay, and it can stay all day, too.
Yeah.
But in Costa Mesa, just because you're slightly inland, it will burn off a little bit before the Newport Beach one will.
Yeah, so in Costa Mesa, in many spots, you can still smell the ocean, like that's how close you are, but you don't have as much of the fog.
The dreaded marine layer.
The marine layer. So it quite possibly is the best weather in the world.
Yes. And so you're on the west of the 405 freeway, so you get the sea breezes, again, close proximity to the beach. What you have here as we zoom in, like just kind of a little overview here. Okay, so this tells you how close it is. So this is ridiculous.
Certain parts of it. Certain parts of it.
Other places are so much farther away.
Well, when you get to like South Coast Metro, that actually can get pretty hot in the summer.
Yeah, I guess again we're really splitting hairs.
Yeah, we are. Of course, we're being like major Southern California wusses.
Yes.
Anyone else from any other part of the world will be like, you guys don't even know what you're talking about when it comes to heat.
This is true.
Yeah, but it is hot. Like, you will have to have air conditioning.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And so basically, so Costa Mesa, obviously, right here, so you can kind of seeing like kind of this whole area of Costa Mesa. So you're really like the southern edge is really, really close to the coast. Mm-hmm. And also eastern edge is kind of like actually along like very close to the Back Bay, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the Back Bay. So you want to show what the Back Bay is?
Let's go.
Yeah, it's basically the estuary of the Santa Ana River as it dumps into the ocean.
Yes, the Back Bay is super cool. It's one of those like again like nice like environmentalists save this because back in the day
it's technically
it was
Newport. Let's be clear. It's Newport Beach technically, but parts of Costa Mesa border it. So east side Costa Mesa specifically borders it.
Yeah, obviously if we're like zeroing in, so like this tells you how close we are, right? So like let's draw like
many houses you could easily walk to Back Bay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you're in the east side Costa Mesa, super,
Or if you're runners like us, running to Back Bay is very simple.
And having said that, as runners, we have run, because we went to UC Irvine. So UC Irvine is actually right here. So you're actually super close by where UC Irvine is.
Yes.
So if you're looking for higher levels of education, one of the best schools in the country, literally, is right there. Like, it's a tier 1 school, I think ranked by like 34th last I saw in U.S. News and World Report, for both public and private universities. So very solid neighbor right there. And so again, if that's important to you, awesome. It's right. It's very conveniently located. Yeah. In fact, I mean, I grew up in this area and I went to UC Irvine. So there we go. Yeah. And so, but having said that, we used to run cross country and track, and the Back Bay, we would run this loop again and again and again. This is about 11 miles, I want to say. So it's actually it's a really solid run. And it's on, you can have a little bit of trail running. You have like, some bike trails. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very popular recreation area. I mean, people go there all the time to like go running, cycling, walk their dog. It's very, you can go kayaking in there.
Yes. And what's nice is that like for a lot of places when you do this kind of stuff, you have to drive far away. This is right here. There is so much development around this that it's unique, super unique in that from that perspective, because rarely do you have this kind of,
Isn't UC Irvine rowing there too? Like, isn't that where they do their rowing?
Well, I know that NAC, the Newport Aquatic Center, is over here too. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the Back Bay. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's just one highlight of your neighbor when you are living in Costa Mesa.
Yeah, because it kind of starts to blend into each other. Because again, you can see right here is the little edging.
So then, do you want to talk about Eastside Costa Mesa?
I guess if we're here, when in Rome, So
so when in Eastside Costa Mesa,
when in Eastside Costa Mesa, because Eastside Costa Mesa too. Yeah. So basically, Eastside Costa Mesa is that where where you're at, like just east of you is the Back Bay, and just south of you is Newport, and southeast basically is Newport-ish. And it's a like basically I think it's your favorite neighborhood in all of Orange County.
For sure. I love Eastside Costa Mesa just because it is so charming. It is, all the houses are, individually charming, just cute little houses. Orange County gets a lot of flack, I would say, for being very like master plan communities. Like Eastside Costa Mesa is not like that at all. And another thing that I love about Eastside Costa Mesa is when you live in Eastside Costa Mesa, just how easy it is to get around all of Orange County, because obviously you have the 55 freeway, which is right there. You have the 73 freeway, and then you have the 405 freeways right there, and then the 5 freeway is not that far away either. So you are literally, you can zip
55, 73, toll road. Well, actually, toll road is around right there, here though. Yeah. But like, and then 405,
and then you want to scoot
and
back,
then also
back to
not to mention we have the airport right here too.
And you want to scoot back to see where the 5 is too. Like the 5 is pretty easy to get to as well.
Okay.
So there's the 5. Like you just zoom up the 55 and then you get to the 5. I'm going to show them what the 5 is.
Yeah. So you zoom up the 55. And you go north or south on the 5 and kind of get to really wherever you need to go.
Yes.
And then the 55, in fact, turns into the 91, which then gets you east. So you can go inland as well. So you can go north, south, east. Not much west, only because you're like
hit the ocean.
The Pacific Ocean's right there, so you can't really go too far that way.
Yes, but that's why I love Eastside Costa Mesa, because not only is it so beautifully charming and the houses are so beautiful and eclectic, and I love them, but it is so easy to get around.
Yeah, and again, weather-wise, this is a part of Costa Mesa that the weather is absolutely exquisite. So this is fantastic weather. the major high school that this feeds into is Newport Harbor High School.
Yeah,
I hail from there. Yeah.
Sean went there.
So raising the roof. So basically, niche.com, it's an A school. So I'm going to niche.com. So good school. And then basically, so that's important to you. And then also like as you were alluding to, what we don't have here really are homeowners associations.
Mm-hmm.
So for some people, they like homeowner associations, kind of keeps things pretty,
uniform,
even keel and uniform.
Well, and then you also have the what's it called, the amenities
yes.
as well, which you don't have obviously with Eastside Costa Mesa.
Yeah, as far as I mean, you have parks and stuff, and obviously you have the back bay that's right there. Mm-hmm. But as far as like public
pools, tennis courts, like that kind of stuff.
Mariners and
but that's like it's not like part of your association.
Yeah, exactly. It's not part of your association. So one, you don't have any association dues. Two, you don't have the additional oversight of an association telling you what you can or can't do with your property. Now, obviously, you need the city oversight. However, at least you can have some level of autonomy in Eastside Costa Mesa, which people tend to really, really like.
Yeah. Although now that Sean says that, Costa Mesa is notoriously difficult to work with in terms of the city.
Well, as far as the growth.
Yes.
I mean, I would say, again, it's one of those things where they grew a good amount. So Eastside Costa Mesa is one of these places that, you had established neighborhoods for a long time. And so people would, developers would buy one house that was sitting on a huge lot, demo the house, build 5 to 10 houses on that same lot. So it's technically, a lot of times either to be townhomes or it's detached houses, but they're literally separated by a few feet. So it's again, technically detached, but in the spirit of it, it's more of a townhome.
Yeah. So in response to that, the city is very, very, very anti-growth.
At least at this moment in time. But the state is pushing back on them so that they've, even if they're...
Oh, yeah, that is true because obviously there's a housing shortage, so...
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And in Eastside Costa Mesa, what you do have are a lot of...
additional dwelling units.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't that before necessarily, before ADUs became a thing, but I mean, Eastside Costa Mesa just has a high propensity for those kind of, other uses in the house, in the lot itself.
Yeah, actually, Sean, your best friend, he actually had a place within it. Was it in Eastside Costa Mesa? That he had an additional dwelling unit as well as his house? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's that. So that's Eastside Costa Mesa for you. Awesome area, super convenient access to a bunch of things, varied, homes. So it doesn't feel like a different shade of beige. So people really like Eastside Costa Mesa a lot.
Yeah.
And then so as we get into...
Should we talk about Orange Coast College?
Oh yeah, I guess. Okay, so we talked about UC Irvine, right? So which was right here. But let's say you're not quite ready for UC Irvine, or you
want to save about $60,000
or 100, depending. But yeah, so let's say you want to kind of dip your toe in the water a little bit and not get just totally destroyed. Orange Coast College is right here, and actually, it's a very highly ranked junior college.
It is, yeah.
So that's
it's quite big too. They even have dorms and stuff.
Yeah,
now.
I know that was interesting. That wasn't the case before, but yeah, they have dorms now, and again, it's a huge magnet because people all over the country and the world actually try to
Orange Coast College location. Because it is very highly ranked, if you do a certain path,
and location's nice,
location is nice, you can you're guaranteed to get into a UC. So a lot of people will use it, and then they'll go to UCLA, and then they'll save $60,000, and then you still have UCLA diploma. So what does it even matter? Right?
Yeah, and pro tip is that basically you want to definitely talk to your counselor, and talk to the school that you're thinking about going to make sure that all your courses do transfer over, because obviously that would be annoying if you took half your courses get your university doesn't recognize them, so you have to retake some of the stuff. So talk to your counselor or talk to the school that you're planning on going to, their counseling. So John Wayne Airport is the major airport in Orange County. It is technically an international airport because it does fly into Canada and Mexico, but really it's not what you. I mean, if you want a real international airport, you go up the 405 freeway and go to LAX. Not the most pleasant experience. LAX can be pretty jam packed, but again, you have that option.
Gross.
But John Wayne Airport is a dream. It is a very pleasant airport as far as airports go to go through. It just is run so well. As far as airports, I know the bar is pretty low as far as the experience at airports, but John Wayne Airport does a good job.
Yeah, every time I go there, no matter what time of year, I swear it's only 15 minutes to get in. Yeah. if you're late, it's a good airport to be late in.
Yeah, seriously. So John Wayne Airport. So basically, it's right there.
Should we talk about the noise too? Because obviously,
that's fair. Yeah, we do get calls about this. Yeah,
when you're in East Side Costa Mesa, you can hear the planes, and I mean, it doesn't bother me because it kind of like gets washed out into the background. But if that's something that you're sensitive to, like, it might not be the right spot for you.
Well, it feels like the planes more honestly go over the back bay.
They do. They go right over the back bay.
But you will get some residual noise in East Side Costa Mesa. Like, especially I mean, I have noticed this because, again, growing up, my mom lived in East Side Costa Mesa. Mm-hmm. So the closer you are, obviously, the more pronounced the noise is. And the aircrafts do actually take off very vertical, like they ascend very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And so basically, honestly, as you go down East Side Costa Mesa just a bit, the noise is way less. Like the decibel levels drop tremendously.
Yeah, as you go farther down, you hear it less.
Oh my gosh. And again, you don't even have to go that far down in East Side Costa Mesa before you go in. Yeah, if you're listening for it, it's there. However, honestly, you give yourself a couple hours.
I honestly think sometimes you hear it more in Newport than you do in East Side Costa
Depending,
Mesa.
yeah, for sure. That is for sure possible. For sure too. I will say though that it is like I remember selling a property in East Side Costa Mesa several years ago, and the tenant was not happy about having to move, so he kind of was trying to dissuade the buyer from going for it. He's like, "Don't you hear that noise?" And let you know that the tenant lived right next to where my mom was. I mean, sorry, the buyer lived right next to where my mom was, and which was only like a couple streets down. And he's like, well, I mean, obviously we knew his game, and we're like, wait a second. And he's like, he would pause, like make a dramatic pause, and you're like, please. I know like this area like the back of my hand. I've never it's never been a thing where you're like interrupted. Now I will say in the back bay, we've actually done videos here. Yeah. We've actually had to pause because it does get actually a bit loud here. So we want to be real about that.
Even on the peninsula in Newport, I would say it'll get loud.
Again, not to say that I know the exact flight path of how these planes go, but it does feel like they purposely and smartly go over the back bay primarily to, again, give some relief to the residents here. And I must say, again, as you go down, you don't have to go down far. Again, to me, I don't hear it. But again,
yeah, but
everyone's different. And that's why you need to, if this is an area that you're really interested in, you want to check it out, and obviously make sure that
you definitely want to make sure, like, if you're worried about that, you definitely should go hang out there and see if you notice.
Yeah, and what I'll say is hang out there for like an hour, because in the beginning you probably will hear stuff, but then before you know it, you'll actually forget that there are planes, and you'll just forget it.
Yeah,
and so that's so that's all I'll say. We'll just kind of leave it at that. Okay, so now we're done East Side again. Courtney's favorite neighborhood in all of Orange County.
I do love East Side Costa Mesa.
Yes, and so let's go a little west, right? So we go West Side Costa Mesa. This is so you start to bleed in, you get to closer to, you're part of Newport, you're getting closer to Huntington Beach. It's separated by the Santa Ana River, and this is like the Mississippi River. This river is vast. Huge shipping route.
No.
Okay.
Sean is being facetious.
It's
a drainage ditch.
It is a way to evacuate water from Orange County so we don't get floods basically. So that's pretty much all it is here. And you're not partaking in. I mean, now there are bike paths and stuff. So if you want to go riding your bike or running or whatever, because you can hit PCH or can get to the beach area. So the Santa Ana River is actually kind of nice from that perspective, but really, it's a way to get water out of there. And a couple decades ago, the Army Corps of Engineers went upstream a ways because this whole area used to be kind of on a floodplain of some sort, and where a lot of this required, let's say, flood insurance because of, let's say, the once in every 100-year flood or something like that. Well, because of all the work the Army Corps of Engineers did again a couple decades ago. That the flood insurance is actually, again, for the vast majority of this, is not required by the lender. So because again the water just really just flies out of there.
Yeah.
And then
I'm noticing South Coast Toyota. Should we talk about Harbor Boulevard and then all of the stuff that's on?
Yeah, and again, the theme here too in West Costa Mesa is that you're going to have a lot of again, not many associations, homes that are built, I would say in the 50s and 60s. A lot of that stuff is over there. So and then you have the DMV here. I've been there many a time. But yeah, so South Costa Rica. So like having said that, so what you do is Harbor Boulevard is actually before we do that, I probably would be remiss if we didn't talk about like it's like the major shopping corridor on East Side Costa Mesa. Are like
Crack Shack along 17th Street.
So 17th Street is awesome. Tons of restaurants, tons of shopping, tons of dining. Yes, lots of dining options, and so
you have the Crack Shack.
Yeah, and they have Crack Shack, which is again my bromance
with Richard Blaze.
With Richard Blaze
who's a celebrity chef
from Top Chef.
Yeah,
and
he
so
owns that restaurant.
Yeah, so he owns that restaurant. Very good fried chicken.
Yeah, although it's funny, I don't think it's a very good location. Like, I honestly don't know how much longer it'll be there.
Let's just hope. Yeah, exactly. We randomly walked by another one, like in another. Was it Vegas?
Yeah, we were in Vegas.
And it was like packed.
Yeah.
And this one never seems that
because
packed.
it's just not a good location.
It was actually
and
where
there's
a bank
not that
used to
much
be.
Parking either. I think that's the biggest problem.
That is a thing. But so 17th Street, if you're gonna, if you're thinking about residing there, Trader Joe's is actually right on the other side of the, Newport Boulevard at this point. So and actually we should say that a couple of intersections to be mindful of. One of the busiest intersections of all of Orange County, period, is right here on 19th Street and Newport Boulevard. So this is where the 55 freeway ends, turns into Newport Boulevard, and this is a very busy intersection right there.
I've gotten a ticket there before.
And actually another very busy intersection is 17th Street and Newport Boulevard. So these are two just, again, because if you think about all the beach traffic coming in, people wanting to go to the beach or whatever, they're going to take the 55 freeway, which is fantastic, but it does end at 19th Street.
Yeah, it's very busy. Oh man, if it's like a sunny day in the summer,
yes,
good luck.
Yeah, so
that's when you want to come down Irvine Avenue instead.
You're giving pro tips here. Right? Oh wow, okay.
That's when the 55 is really getting backed up.
Oh my god. Well, honestly, I would always go down Irvine Avenue, so you just go down Irvine Avenue.
That is the way to go. For sure.
This is kind of like a side route. And what's nice is that, so a lot of these streets here, stop signs. Not good. Irvine Avenue, lights.
Yes.
So you kind of fly through this.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit farther to get to here. But
yeah, if it's like a busy day, that is the way to go.
It is. And also, as far as another shopping area here is also like Bristol right here, like right by the airport. Bristol Street, so right along here too. Like you have a lot of shopping like right along here. Well, more like some restaurants and stuff. But honestly, 17th Street and East Side Costa Mesa is kind of like where you're going.
Well, then you want to go back to Harbor Boulevard because that's another interesting part about Costa Mesa is that there's so many car dealerships like along Harbor Boulevard.
Yeah, it's just a car dealership strip.
Because Harbor is a huge, giant thoroughfare,
and it goes way north. Like it goes. So it actually ends right here, right? So it just kind of ends. But so you have tons of car dealerships,
tons of like shops, grocery stores, restaurants.
Banks,
I mean, it is like there is so much there going on.
Tons of stuff going on there for sure.
What's that sushi restaurant we always go to? Is that on Harbor? What
is
the name of it?
Sushi Amari? Is that what?
I don't know.
Gosh.
It's so good though.
I know.
It's in Costa Mesa.
I also want to zoom in and kind of look for it because I know actually where it is. Let's see here.
Yeah, I can never remember the name.
I know it is
Is that it? Sushi Amari?
Yes, I was right.
Look
at that.
And it's like so reasonably priced.
Yes, it's solid. And actually, another sushi place
so good.
Is the Sushi Show.
Oh, yeah.
Sushi Show is along Fairview, another pretty major road. Not as big as Harbor, but Sushi Show is very solid in itself.
Yeah.
And so that's, it's like Wilson and Harbor.
Oh, it's by the fair. So yeah, we couldn't find Sushi Show.
But Sushi Show.
Very good as well.
Yes. But Sushi Amari is very, very solid.
It is. Okay, then since we are by Orange Coast College, you want to talk about the fairgrounds?
Sure. So basically the fairgrounds, what's cool about this area here is that you do have a swap meet, basically, and it's actually pretty large. So you have tons of vendors there.
And lots of concerts as well.
Lots of concerts, lots of events like
comedians.
That. Well, and you actually have the Orange County Fair here.
Yes.
So yeah, you have a lot of stuff going on.
Which we avoid because we just don't like large events like that.
Well,
Like, it's like kind of like Disneyland. We're just like, I don't want to go there.
well, I mean, it's fine, but like it's.
Well, I don't know. I just like hate crowds. I mean, a lot of people love the
You
fair.
don't want like a deep baked, like a air fried Twinkie or something, or like they always have.
I don't like rides and crowds.
Also,
which
they
is why
actually
I
do
never
have some good performances at the fair, though.
They do.
I've actually seen some pretty solid.
Yeah, wasn't Alanis Morissette there once?
She might have been.
I mean, this was like 1998, but again, dating ourselves as we always do in these videos because
it is what it is.
It's memories of our 20s when we actually did stuff.
Yeah, it's true. And so so then we have that, and then basically, as far as we're kind of jumping all over the place.
Go to Mesa Verde.
Sure. Yeah, we can get Mesa Verde up. So basically, Mesa Verde is also a very desirable area within Costa Mesa. Really nice. You have golf courses. You have just really cute, like just cute homes. Again, not really any, like the association, like again, less attached or like,
Yeah, it's property. More just like no associations. Cute homes. It's not, it's not the whole thing where like it's a different shade of beige. It's not Irvine, basically.
Yeah, well, let's be real. It does have, it's a lot of track homes there too.
Because
it was built in that era.
It's like older track homes, so they almost look different now.
And some have been demoed.
Yeah, some have been demoed
or like
redone.
Significantly redone. So it's so you do have, and then obviously you do have some larger homes too, especially as you get closer to the country club and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, really like Mesa Verde a lot. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. Like a lot of people do gravitate to Mesa Verde. Mm-hmm. It's really nice. And again, it's a very convenient location, right? So you're just like right off the 405 freeway. Mm-hmm. Harbor Boulevard is on one edge, like on one end. Huntington Beach is on the, Huntington Beach is on the other. So you have some really, it's just very convenient, like super convenient. Honestly, it's more convenient than East Side Costa Mesa, and East Side Costa Mesa is pretty convenient.
Oh, and then it's right by the Pegasus School. I didn't actually know that. The Pegasus School is a very popular, it's in Huntington Beach, but it's a very popular private school, actually.
Yeah, so Mesa Verde is really, really nice. People really, again, just nice neighborhood. I mean, I honestly, it's hard for me to say anything bad about it. It's like really
well, and the golf courses are super nice there too.
Golf courses are nice, and again, convenience, very convenient, very desirable. This is okay. I guess one ding on it, like Eastside Costa Mesa, I must say, the price points on both of these areas are on the higher side
for sure.
So just so you know, if these are the two areas you're gravitating towards, it's gonna cost you, for sure. So that's a ding. It's so desirable that it's expensive.
Yeah, and then we gotta talk about South Coast Plaza and South Coast Metro neighborhood.
Yeah, so South Coast Metro is pretty awesome.
Click on South Coast Plaza. Yeah, so South Coast Metro is a neighborhood. It's technically Costa Mesa and Santa Ana is the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about Costa Mesa, there's the South Coast Metro part of Costa Mesa, which is basically the part of Costa Mesa that is around South Coast Plaza. And South Coast Plaza is a beautiful mall.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, it honestly is a fantastic mall, just because it's a large indoor mall, lots of natural lighting. Mm-hmm. They did not do a great job with the lighting. Very wide, like hall, so it doesn't feel like it's got a fantastic flow to it. I honestly don't know what they do, but honestly the flow is very, very nice. And what's great about it is that you have lots of shopping. It's a large mall, but also it's like you have a nice variance there. It's like a nice variation. You have cheap stuff, like you have like entry level things like Gap and Forever 21, that kind of thing. And then you're going all the way up to like Hermes, Neiman Marcus, and Saks Fifth Avenue and and Chanel and all this other stuff. Like, so you have the super expensive with the super, on the more reasonable side, and everything in between. You have Nordstrom, Macy's, all that stuff too. So it kind of has everything. Yeah. The dining is fantastic there. This whole South Coast Metro, okay, this is also what we kind of bleeds into what we're talking about with Costa Mesa. Pound for pound, some of the best dining in the county, period.
Yeah,
I mean, actually, I don't even think pound for pound, it just kind of is.
Yeah.
Because you have we only have a few Michelin rated restaurants in Orange County, and two of them happen to be in Costa Mesa.
Yeah, and then also Din Tai Fung is Michelin star in Taiwan. Obviously, it's not here in Costa Mesa, but it's the chain of a Michelin star restaurant.
And it's very, very good.
It's so good.
It is, again, and it's funny because it's like when it first opened several years ago. Actually, it used to be the side of a McDonald's. Yeah. And I was like, That's weird. You don't really ever see McDonald's get demoed because it's always just such a, again, like when does the McDonald's go out or go under? I've never actually seen a location, and then they replace it with Din Tai Fung. Oh, okay, that's interesting. And
that was like right around when I was pregnant with our daughter, right? Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting. So basically, Din Tai Fung comes in, and from the beginning, super popular, super busy, with those like 2-hour waits and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Fast forward 8 years or whatever, and it is still 2-hour waits. Like, again, pro tip though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Courtney and I don't care if we eat early. We don't care about time of day.
Well, 11sies is my favorite time of.
So I guess it just happens to work out.
It's my favorite meal.
So we line up at 10:45 there.
Yeah.
And the wait is nothing basically. So if you're willing to eat a little early, you'll be rewarded because you don't have to wait so long.
And that's during a weekday. Weekend, I mean,
all bets are off. We avoid. Yeah,
but you can get reservations.
That's true.
You can get reservations. So I mean, but if you just show up on a weekend, I mean, good luck.
Yeah, and also if you're really in a dumpling kind of mood, there is also Paradise Dynasty.
Yes, Paradise Dynasty.
Which is also at South Coast Plaza.
South Coast Plaza,
It's a Singaporean dumpling house, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they had a heck of a time getting in, but they found a way in, and they're very good too. Like they're very, very good.
Yeah, and then also across the street from South Coast Plaza, you have a lot of arts things like the Segerstrom Center for the Arts. You have the South Coast Repertory, so you can see operas there. You can see big Broadway plays like Hamilton. I know was there. There's another big one that's going on. I forget. I can't think right now, but there's like another big. So there's, if you're thinking about, we
culture.
We have actually another video where we kind of argue that this part of Costa Mesa is basically the downtown of Orange County, because Orange County
have a few high rises here too.
Because Orange County doesn't really have a downtown, but because this has
at least a de facto one.
Yeah,
we have like little sprouts of like high rises that could be vying for that, but that's
Yeah, so around here you do have, some high rises. You have a lot of corporate headquarters. You have a lot of arts. You have South Coast Plaza.
A lot of dining.
You have a lot of, you have so much stuff. And
it's an employment center too.
It's an employment center, and it's so centrally located. I mean, it's so easy. As we were saying about Eastside Costa Mesa, South Coast Metro is the same. Like
actually, not even more. It's the best.
Yeah.
As far as if you're talking about convenience.
Yeah.
We've lived here. Honestly, it's right where everything is.
Yeah. So like 405, 55.
Yeah, South Coast Metro is like, actually, I think I know the drawing. So let's kind of just draw this thing. So it's kind of like this. Well, actually, if we're including the Santa Ana part too, because it actually kind of goes to there, kind of, sort of. So Segerstrom to Harbor to this, to that, and to that.
Yeah, so that's South Coast Metro, and depending on what your side.
And in Costa Mesa side, so Costa Mesa side is like you're kind of getting nitpicky, like this, right? So this is East Side. This is South Coast Metro. Costa Mesa version. Yeah,
and then you want to talk about the prices? I mean, what
the prices? Okay, so I mean, it kind of varies. I mean, actually, it's one of those things where I think that people are starting to figure out that it's very desirable. So the prices have been, inching up. So because again, it's so convenient. I mean, so you see where this is, right? Like if you look at the freeways here, it is crazy. Like 55, 73. Like all this, and then the 5 freeway,
zoom out. The 5 is like right there.
Yeah, and then the 5. I mean, so the 5 freeway is right here. It's like when we have lived here, I love the convenience of it.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
Convenient.
Yeah, and as far as like a notable neighborhood, like Wimbledon's here, really cute. I really like this area right here. These are nice homes. Actually, when we have lived here, like I say, what this place lacks is the outdoorsy activities. It's a little bit because it is kind of urban.
It's very urban.
Yeah,
which is why we kind of call it the downtown.
Yeah. So, but like what I found myself doing was running throughout this neighborhood, and it was enough like distance where you could run like comfortably, and it wasn't like cars were zooming by in this neighborhood. So it was just a nice spot to actually run, and so that again, to live there is also nice and convenient too. So again, this area is awesome. I mean, and then SoCo is where one of the Michelin rated restaurants, actually Courtney's favorite restaurant.
Wait, where is it?
Right here. Yeah, I'll do that.
So SoCo, that's like furniture stores, but then there's a lot of restaurants there as
Yeah,
well.
really random. Like, so they have like some really cool restaurants here,
Including Taco Maria.
and Taco Maria, which is a Michelin star restaurant, and really it's a take on it's it's Mexican food that's incredibly well sourced, like really well sourced.
Yeah.
Just really, again, fantastic. It is very good.
They use a lot of like heirloom beans from Mexico, like heirloom corn.
Yes.
So it's so good.
Do they have brunches yet or no?
I don't know.
So unfortunately, they used to have lunches and brunches and dinners, and since obviously things that happened, they kind of trimmed it down, at least up until present, as far as I'm aware, to just dinners.
Yeah.
And
I know they were having like staffing issues.
Yeah. So I mean, but like we are waiting for like the rest of it, because it was a fun place to kind of.
I haven't looked recently.
I know. We're crossing our fingers. That, like, because the brunches were fantastic. The lunches are great because they weren't like ridiculously expensive, and they just like kind of like a quick bite to eat, but it was so good.
Yeah, for sure.
And so
I love Taco Maria.
Yeah, and then also actually like this area here, the South Coast Metro area. Like, I mean, that kind of houses another like really cool spot. So you have the lab and the camp, which are two like kind of themed shopping centers, basically.
They call them the anti-malls.
Yeah, so the lab. So what you have here is the other Michelin rated restaurant in the area.
Hannah Ray.
Yeah, Hannah Ray.
Sushi.
Yeah, which is sushi, and again, it's a kind of like an experiential thing.
Yeah, we've never gone.
No,
because we're not cool enough for that. So because it's very small. I think there's only like 5 or 6.
It's very
people.
Intimate setting.
Yeah, and it's obviously expensive.
Yes, and so these are like so the lab, which is themed kind of strip mall, which is really cool. They have Habanas there, and also like they have some actually good dining there for sure.
They have other restaurants there.
And then also the camp, which is kind of related. I think the same developer did that one.
Yeah.
Did the camp, and so you have like REI, and you just kind of have more outdoorsy things.
Mm-hmm.
So
and they have Black Market Bakery there, which is really good.
Yes, and then you also have like Mitsuya, which is a Japanese, grocery store basically. So again, I just love this area so much because it just gives you a little bit of everything, and it's such a small little pocket.
Yeah, and it does have a walkability factor. I wouldn't say it's like, nothing in Orange County is extremely walkable, but this is probably one of the most walkable places in Orange County.
Yeah, I would say that's fair, for sure.
So that's it. That's our video.
Yeah, and remember, we are licensed realtors in the state of California, so as much as we love to make these videos, what we love more to do is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a house, what you want to do is you want to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back.